At one point in your life, you'd be completely bored and end up resulting to very mundane ideas to ease your boredom, be it doing parkour on Mondstadt's main square, grinding on ZZZ for the very unachievable goal of clutching Zuyuan, or in my case, spending the only 2 hours of my free time exploring Simulanka for the primo gems.
What greater pleasure is there than the unexpected?
But ignoring my recent escapades, the question now is how many primo gems could I get from exploring Genshin's Simulanka event in only 2 hours? Now, the map here is spread between 3 regions, and those 3 regions have their own fair share of puzzles and interesting ways of finding chests. 2 of these regions are quest-locked, requiring me to advance the main quest line before being able to start exploring these areas. Thankfully, I've already done the necessary quests for these areas in my last video, saving me from having to go questing. I started the first quarter of my 2 hours focusing on the forested areas where I primarily helped frogs jump and squirrels fly. One of the attributes of Simulanka that I've come to enjoy are how much more precious chests are placed here compared to previous locations. It even went to a point where it seemed Hoyoverse actually is starting to love us players instead of the usual suck all of our money away behavior.
Beautiful treasures are a cause for
That's a
great
joke,
happiness.
by the way. All in all, the first area was decent enough, and with a rough estimate, 45 minutes of exploration managed to get me 250-ish primo gems, which could be fair considering how this is only a time-limited map. I'm gonna do that later. And speaking of maps, what's a new map without the new world quests? Honestly, the world quests just ended up being a clicking simulator, so I really just wanted to skip them. But alas, primo gems are primo gems. And so skip them I did. There was no way I was gonna spend 15 minutes for just a few Anyway, after finishing all of the world quests, I managed to get 150 something primo gems. At this point in the playthrough, I haven't explored the other 2 regions. But before I do that, let me ask, are you enjoying this? Do you want more of this stuff? If so, then click subscribe. It's awesome, helps out a ton, and you'll be reminded whenever I post, which is usually, due to time constraints, once per week. Exploring the other 2 regions had its own ups and downs. The central area had a lot of climbing involved, while the last one had a lot of gliding. And the puzzles themselves were very interesting to say. How does this work? And at one point, we even had to help someone pull. And mind you, at this point in time, the timer when I checked only had 30 more minutes. And so, I had to speed things up. And so I did. I did chest after chest, puzzle after puzzle, and I'm pretty sure 15 minutes of the 30 minutes that I had left was just spent gliding around the islands of the last area. And so when the timer finally ended, and the timer's finished, all I ended up was with 709.